Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Biotech Talk. I'm excited today as we discuss and answer a simple but yet very critical question that impacts us in our daily lives. This is the question that became even more prevalent at the onset of the vaccination against the COVID-19 virus. A lot of people were wondering and still wondering what exactly is in this vaccine. Well, when you go to a grocery store, for example, you purchase a product. Within that product, you will find a list of ingredients, a list that will tell you exactly what is in that product so that you are informed in what you're consuming. Now, when you get your shot, do you know what you're getting? The question is, do you know what is in your vaccine? Well, I encourage you to stick with me to the end of this video so you do not miss any pertinent information that will keep you informed so that you have familiarity the next time you get vaccinated, so that you know what is in that shot. I'm going to give a disclaimer though. This is by no means an all-encompassing list of ingredients of every single vaccine out there. Vaccine would vary depending on the manufacturer, would vary depending on the manufacturing conditions. It depends on the end use of that vaccine. So what I'm giving you is just going to give you a general information, a general familiarity, a general list of ingredients that go in most of the vaccines. And especially when it comes to preservatives, different vaccines require different kind of preservative, or it depends on the regulation of the region where the manufacturing is happening. So it's going to vary one way or the other, but this will give you again just a general understanding of the key parts of a vaccine. And the number one to that is the antigen. Antigen is the main ingredient. That's the active component. It is what induces the immune response in your system once you get vaccinated. An antigen may be a small part of the organism that causes the disease, or it can be the whole organism just in an attenuated form or in an inactive form. And the next ingredient is the preservative. Preservative, as the name suggests, preserves that vaccine. This prevents contamination, and this is a requirement only for a multi-dose vial. It is not required for single doses. It's required for multi-dose vials. And this is because once you puncture that rubber in that vial, you introduce the outside environment potentially that would cause contamination within that vial. So the function of the preservative is to prevent that contamination, to prevent the growth of any contaminant within that vial. And I'm going to give you just a quick list or quick example of examples of what they use for preservatives. The number one, for example, is 2-phenoxyethanol. They also use thimerosal, or they use phenol sometimes, and sometimes they use benzethonium. And this is just a short list of examples of what they use for preservatives. The third component is stabilizers. Once the vaccine has been filled into a vial, there is a chance that the chemical reaction could occur. Also, the vaccine could stick to the vial, which could impact the concentration of the dose or may cause anything to be out of whack when the vaccine sticks to the vial. Stabilizers prevent this from happening. So the function of the stabilizer is to make sure that no chemical reaction would occur in that vaccine up until injection point. Examples of what they use for stabilizers are sugars, for example, lactose or sucrose, amino acids like glycine. They also use gelatin and proteins. The other ingredient is surfactants. Surfactants maintains the homogeneity of the vaccines. So this is what makes sure that vaccines stay in solution. It makes sure that the vaccine does not, disintegrate into parts. It just makes sure that it just maintains the integrity and make sure that the vaccine stay homogeneous until vaccination point. The other one is residuals. In the manufacturing process, this utilizes various substances that cannot be completely eliminated in the purification process. Traces can still be found in the final product. These are tiny amounts that are measured in part per million or part per billion. And regulatory agencies have thresholds that cannot be exceeded when it comes to these residuals. And these are not active ingredients. They are support ingredients within the manufacturing process. So there is a chance that there will be traces of those that cannot be completely eliminated, but they are within a safe threshold for consumption. The other part is what is called diluent. Diluent is what is used to dilute the vaccine to a final concentration before being administered to a patient. And most times they use sterile water or otherwise water for injection as a diluent, again for diluting the vaccine before being administered. The last but not least component that I have is adjuvant. Adjuvant helps the immune system respond better to the spike protein. It helps immune system respond quickly in future when attack actually do come. So an adjuvant is an aid to the vaccine, and it's worth mentioning that not all vaccines have adjuvants in them. So when you are considering getting vaccinated, look up the type of vaccine that you're getting and just see if it contains or does not contain an adjuvant. Again, adjuvant, it just aid the vaccine to work better, or your immune system to respond better, and it also help especially in future respond to that vaccine. Okay, so that is the list of ingredients that I have for today, and what we're going to do in the next couple of episodes, we're going to break down each ingredient on its own to understand what that ingredient does and how that ingredient get incorporated, and how, the importance thereof. And we'll just have more information on each single ingredient. So I encourage you, if you have not yet subscribed, to please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification button, make sure that you share, make sure that you like this video. That helped me a lot in more ways that than and I appreciate that. And again, just watch out for the next episodes so we can continue on this series of learning what the ingredients are in our vaccines. And with that, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next episode.